Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Oops. Hey, everyone. Welcome to week 4 of releasing the blocks to your success, your universal blocks. So, today we are talking about success block number 14, perfectionism. Let's chat. So, I want to talk about how perfectionism blocks your success. As a recovering perfectionist, I am very, very aware of how it really impacts you, especially in business. What happens is that with perfectionism, it works out in school and it works out in corporate, and it even works out with sports and athletics. But in business is where it really can ruin it. And it blocks your success in business because in business, momentum is key. And with perfectionism limits you and impacts your momentum. So let's talk about the different ways that it impacts you in business. So, the first thing that it does is that it adds additional stress to your mind, your emotions, to your plate, because you are busy worried about things that you really shouldn't be worried about, like small insignificant details. And so you're too busy worried about these small insignificant details that you lose sight of the bigger picture. And so you're not only are you stressed, but then you don't hit your goal. So you went through that stress for no reason at all, without anything to show for it most of the time, because the stress impacts you in business because momentum is key. 2, it limits your spiritual and personal growth because you're so busy worried about little things and a lot of stuff that isn't important, that you're not really able to focus on things that can expand you, because you're so focused on these tiny details. So, for example, if you are looking for spiritual and personal growth, but you think that, oh no, I need to read this number of books, and I need to have an altar, or I need to have a specific type of Bible, or I need to go to church every Sunday, or I need to be able to manifest with this method. All of these things limit you spiritually and your personal growth. And so you're focused on these details and, check boxes versus the true meaning of these actions that you're trying to take. And so I believe that spirituality and personal growth are very important, especially for business owners, because with spirituality, you're able to start to move from a place of faith versus fear. And with personal growth, you're better able to grow as a person and let go of a lot of the limitations that we took on as children and within the school system, especially within the US. So when you're a perfectionist, you're too busy worrying about these other things instead of taking time to truly expand. And then because you don't take the time to expand, and you're so worried about these little details that you oftentimes don't get right, or it doesn't seem like you can get right, this lowers your self worth. And because you have a low self worth, This is going to dictate what you allow within your orbit, what you allow within your universe. So even though you are a perfectionist, your business is anything but perfect. You have clients that you don't really enjoy working with. You are pricing your products and services way too low, so you're not really getting much ROI. And if you do make any revenue or profit, you spend it on little things to be able to present a particular facade. So you rather look like the perfect business versus run an aligned business. And so that doesn't make you feel good either, because you no longer truly take pride in the work that you do and the business that you're running. And then the next reason why, or the next thing, how perfection impacts you is that you are going to be constantly seeking external validation. So you are going to, instead of like taking time to perfect your method, if you're a service provider, or perfect the customer service or the product delivery or the fulfillment, you are going to be focused on trying to record the perfect reel, trying to look like the perfect girl boss instead of, being an actualized leader. You're going to be looking at growing your TikTok following, looking at getting a viral tweet on Twitter, growing your YouTube channel. Like, you're just constantly seeking external validation versus relying on self and really trusting yourself and knowing that what you're doing matters and the business that you're running really aligns with your soul's path. So this is just going to leave you feeling like nothing's ever enough. And this is reason why perfectionists are one of the types of people that are most likely to burn out. And then finally, it really waters down your authenticity. Authenticity is a buzzword, but after 2020, a lot of people have awakened. A lot of people have been seeing like the jig is up. A lot of these business methods that we've done in the early 2000s, even before even 2018, 2019, they no longer can fly. People want to see you. People want to know. People now really truly buy from who you are versus what you do and what you offer. Like, yes, they want their services met or the product needs met, but it's really important to them now to know what you stand for. What are your values? Who is this money going to? And because now people see like voting with their dollars is key now in this new energy that we're in, and it's going to be more important too moving forward. Who is my money going to? Who are you? And if you're a perfectionist, you're just going to be like, oh no, I'm just like perfect. Don't worry about me. And they're like, I don't want to give my money to a robot. No. So it's more like, that's why you feel like you have competition, because you're trying to be like the other people who are trying to be like the other people. When you're able to be your authentic self, then there really isn't any competition. There are hypnotherapists out there, other hypnotherapists out there, but people come to me because I am me. There is something about me that they can trust. There's something about me. Also, I did run over 400 hypnotherapy sessions, yes, but I was able to get these many hypnotherapy sessions, these many clients, because I was true to myself. I shared my journey. I shared my losses. I shared my wins. When I mess up, I let people know, and then I tell people like how I'm going to fix it, how I'm going to get back up. Because no one really wants, it's like, how can you truly lead if people don't know where you're coming from? How can they truly trust you if they don't know like what you've been through? So when you're trying to be a perfectionist, you're trying to present like you know it all, like everything is fine, your life is perfect. And in this new era, that's no longer what's going to drive your business forward. People want warmth, people want authenticity and realness. So, how do we stop this? How do we overcome perfectionism? So, this will not happen overnight. Even with hypnotherapy, it takes about 33 days to release a lot of these things. But here's also the thing. Perfectionism, like this week of lives, I'm talking about perfectionism, I'm talking about internalized oppression, and I am also speaking about imposter syndrome and self-sabotage, because these four things are linked. They're often linked. So this is why if you've taken a course or you've read a book or you've been trying to do different methods and work to release perfectionism or to stop perfectionism and it hasn't really been working for you, because it's most likely linked. And then these four things that are linked sometimes have the same root cause, but sometimes they may have different root causes. And then also, you may also have different triggers for these symptoms, these blocks. So, but, I don't want to discourage you. So you need to understand that these internalized beliefs and habits are going to take time to release on your own. So if you want to release it on your own, I'm going to share 3 strategies with you. And then the more as you get to know yourself, as you start to allow yourself and practice self-compassion, you're going to learn more methods to release your perfectionism and procrastination. So you need to remind yourself that people actually prefer imperfections and realness. You need to understand that after 2020, more people are awake and more people are empathetic, and they are seeking businesses that resonate with that. So remind yourself, it's like, actually, it's okay for me to have a typo here. It's okay for me, like, if you look at my feed, as a recovering perfectionist, I can use myself as an example. If you look at my Instagram feed, there is the slideshow of the demographic of people that I work with. And you see after 400 plus sessions, these are the most common blocks, and there's a pie chart. And so when I uploaded this, I saw that there was some formatting that downloaded weird. And so you can't really see anxiety or something at the top. Old me would have had like a short circuit and deleted it. But now I just kept it up, and people were just like, oh, this is great. No one was like, what does that say? No one was like, oh, you are a horrible business owner and hypnotherapist. I can never work with you because of this one Instagram post. In the past, I would be like, okay, no one wants to work with me because I posted this messed up Instagram post. No. People received the message because they knew where it's coming from. They don't care about that little messed up formatting. They cared about what was in the actual post and that information. And so you have to remind yourself, people actually prefer imperfections and realness. And the fact that I left that up, it gave other people permission to just leave things up too, because it's really the message that needs to be received, not the formatting. The next thing you need to do is stop comparing yourself to others. Stop it. Because not only is this stressful and discouraging, but it's moving you further away from who you are and what your purpose here is in life. I've had several different types of businesses, and at first I would compare myself to others, but then I would stopped doing that, and then I was able to separate and then distinguish myself from others. I seek to be different. I seek to be different from others. I don't actually want to compare myself from others. People would say, oh, industry standards, or you're supposed to do this, or most people do this. Most hypnotherapists offer this, or like people would say, most hypnotherapists offer discovery calls. What are we going to talk about? Hypnotherapy on the call? There are so many articles and resources online that you can read about before you come to book a session. And I also have stuff on my website and on YouTube. When we meet, we need to get to work. So I'm not like other hypnotherapists. I don't need, like, the discovery happens before the session. I need you to do the work internally first and make the decision to book, the decision to actually be hypnotized. I don't want to chat about hypnotherapy. So no, I did not offer discovery calls, and no, I don't do certain things a certain way because that's limiting myself. So stop comparing yourself to others and start really thinking about and asking yourself this question throughout the day. Do I like this? What do I really want? What would make me happy right now? Why am I stressed? What would make me less stressed? And then you'll soon find that you'll start enjoying running your business again. You know? And it's like you'll come back to self and come back to running a business joyfully. Oh, I'm glad. And then the third thing is start to seek joy and peace versus perfection. When you start getting like that feeling, you know, everyone has their own feeling that they get when that perfectionism, they're triggered to be a perfectionist. When you start getting that feeling, ask yourself, am I trying to be perfect? Do I want to be perfect, or do I want to be happy? Do I want perfection, or do I want peace? So these things are important because no one, if I were to leave Earth right now, you know, pass away, my spirit, and people would go at my funeral and they're like, oh my gosh, she used to post like the most amazing Instagram posts, like no typos, no mistake. When she sent me emails, there were 0 typos in her emails. 0 typos. I would get out from my casket and be like, excuse me, do you have anything else to say? Can you imagine someone saying at your funeral, oh yes, oh my gosh, she was always on time, never sent an email with typos, hair was always nice. No. So do you see like the traits and the things that you're seeking as a perfectionist? Those are not what people will remember you for. Those are not the things that people love you for. People love you for your uniqueness. People love you for your imperfections. And so will your clients. So will your customers. Like, I have my clients love my dry sense of humor, my amazing wit. No, but no, it's just like my clients know that I'm not like a serious person. I don't take myself too seriously, and they could be comfortable. And you can do the same thing. You could apply it within your business. I would recommend it if you're like a surgeon. I'm like, excuse me, I need you to not laugh before my surgery. But it's like you need to remember to seek joy and peace versus perfection. So, perfectionism is just one of the 55 blocks to your success. I call these blocks universal blocks because they are right here in your reality. Right here in your reality, and they are limiting you not only with your growth, but with your business growth. And I've done it over and over again. Three and a half rounds now. And the reason why I created this process was because I was working one-on-one with clients, and these are high achieving clients. So they had really big goals, like getting funding for a major motion picture, going for a huge role, NBA finals, NFL finals. It's just like Super Bowl, all of these things. And then with my entrepreneurs hitting multiple six figures, their first 500K, their first million, trying to maintain the millions and scale. Even people that started businesses and they're transitioning from corporate to business and they want to hit their first six figures, they work with me too, because these blocks are at every level, no matter where you are. So once you release them, you're going to see yourself just scaling very, very quickly, because you're no longer starting and stopping, or getting to a certain point and then you get tired, or getting to a certain point and then you doubt yourself, or getting to a certain point and then something happens externally within, like the pandemic, racial motivated violence. All of these things can impact you personally and then impact your business. So doing these things, releasing these blocks, will build up your resilience. And you can actually release all of these blocks in the 111 days. But I want to dive deeper on this. So I'm actually hosting a free training on how to release all 55 blocks to your success. So if you go to the website forwardinstitute.com, or you could click the link in my bio, and when you select there, when you go there, you're going to get a prompt to ask a question. And then when you ask the question, you can get the special code, the special link to register for the training. And it's going to be on Thursday. Forgot the date. Thursday the 19th, August 19th. So if you're watching the replay of this on YouTube, you may have missed the live event, but you can still reach out to my team to get the replay link. So this is not available publicly. I'm sharing this with people that are very interested. So my team will send you the special link. So just go to the website, linked in my bio, and contact the team, and they'll send you the link to register. And it's a free training, and I'm going to cover how to release all 55 blocks. All right. So thank you so much for joining me for today. I will be going live again tomorrow. And so tomorrow we are going to talk about internalized oppression. And I'm talking about all of the isms. It's like being someone with multiple marginalized identities, leaving corporate. And then I thought, like, oh, yes, freedom. I'm completely free now. But then I realized, now that I'm in the business and no boss or no coworker, no one's like minimizing me, I realized I was minimizing myself. And so that's how internalized oppression affects you. So I'm going to get into that tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me live today. Hope to see you tomorrow, and I hope to see you in the training on Thursday as well. Have a good night, everyone.